Welcome to The Real Look New Hampshire, an all-encompassing view of Seacoast and Lakes region living, brought to you by Team Kelley at Keller Williams, where we ask you, does your deal take weekends off? Call Team Kelley and get your transaction done now. Why hire just one agent when for the same price you can have a versatile team of experts that work for buying and selling clients 7 days a week? We have all the right solutions for each and every one of your specific needs, however expansive or diverse they may be. Do yourself a favor and contact us because remember, we bring the experts to you. Reach your team at teamkelly.net, where we're looking forward to seeing you in the Lakes region and Seacoast. Hope everybody's doing nice out there in beautiful New Hampshire. This is Steve Kelley. I'm calling to talk about everybody that is spending their first holiday in a new home and making it their own. I just wish you the best and very most wonderful holidays. I wanted to talk also about, I know this may sound like a surprise, but I feel like it's a very important subject that I can go over quickly to teach a little bit about what I've specifically learned in some very interesting and telling circumstances of the current market. A lot of that has to do with pricing, and why I say that is because pricing on the selling end affects the entire experience for the buyers, the relationships that are or not, or maybe are not made, and I think that it really comes down to just having a great pricing strategy and having support that everybody can agree with a proven system. And that is, of course, what we strive for here at Keller Williams. And one thing I'd like to talk about why that may be such an important part of it is because of the appraisal. At the end of the day, whatever everybody comes to agreement with, and I've had two cases where this has happened, and in one case we completely agreed on the price, and the appraiser came in, I believe, 30 below on it, using some unfair comp. So I just want to tell everybody what would happen there. So the selling agent had went back to them because we offered to pay what the appraisal, and that was about all our loan was going to do. So our loan was going to not be able to reach the price we all agreed on. So either the buyer would have to bring that money cash, which wouldn't be a very good, prudent investment, but maybe in some circumstances that would work. And then what would happen is that the seller would have to come back and try to convince the appraiser. Now, in both these circumstances that I just went through, the appraiser was consulted, evidence was brought up, and in this case, even though we had a big gap, the appraiser was happy to tell us that she had moved $2,000 up in the price, so we're really stuck. And I asked the seller, well, how low can you go? And that number was only about 10,000 down, and that was kind of pushing it. That'd be real ugly. So they weren't really even in a position to make that happen, that sale happen in the market we were in. And I think it's important to bring that up because a lot of pricing, it builds in a little haggle room, but people pretty much try to do their best when they're doing it right. And it certainly is important to be realistic because you're going to spend so much time that you will eventually just be physically and emotionally exhausted. So some people are ready for that, but some people, would prefer a better system for this. And I think part of that would be a better education about it. Now, in the other case, again, we all agreed on price, and we had to have two appraisers come out. One of them came in just a little higher. One came in about 20,000 lower. And so we said, wow, what a spread. And this, again, went over to the selling agent who had to prove their case. And they came up 15,000. So we were able to close for less. But a lot of the agreements that were made to get the buyer into the deal and making them feel very, happy about what was going on had kind of faded away there. And not only that, but they had some other new issues that have been brought up. So although they were getting a better deal, in their minds they were probably getting a worse deal because money now is always a little bit more hectic than money later. So that did change the structure of the deal, put a lot of stress on everybody, and we hadn't even gotten through the door yet. So I think there's a lot to be said about the nature of a deal when you structure the price right. And I'd really like to go into that more and tell you how we are able to really not only know how the appraiser is going to go about doing that, but also how we've perfected it in our markets and uh, really focusing in on what's the most important part of that, which I'd love to get into. But again, this is Steve Kelley, beautiful New Hampshire, and I'll be talking to you more soon. Thank you. Have a great holiday. And again, to everybody in their first holiday house season, this is just one of those amazing, amazing feelings for everybody. Last year, you may know that we were in construction during this, so I mean full renovation. So for us, this is really our first one too, and we just want to share that with everybody and wish everybody a happy holiday and enjoy making a home in your new place and or upgraded, constant renovated and perfected place of residence. So, again, Steve Kelley signing off. Thank you. This broadcast is brought to you by your host, Steve Kelley. Team Kelley has over 25 years of experience in the New Hampshire and Maine real estate community. Find more information at teamkelley.net. Our investor broadcasts are presented on an informational basis only with the sole intent of engaging, educating, and entertaining our listeners and clients. We do provide an expansive referral base upon request in every part of the real estate and professional services community, as well as local events you will not want to miss. Steve and his guest conversations specifically do not offer legal advice. If you are in need of legal advice, please consult your own attorney and or real estate professional. Unauthorized copying or editing of the show without the express written consent of Team Kelley is strictly prohibited, all rights reserved. This is Steve Kelley with A Real Look, where we are looking forward to seeing you in the Lakes region and Seacoast.